Hello, 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 and welcome to the Cup TV, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality. And you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I am your girl, Lana, your resident evil diva, and I'm here to get the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. Her. And I also love my cup mug too, period. And you can get your cup mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. That link will be in the description below. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. And if you look to the right of the screen, there's a QR code. Scan it, go to the shop, favorite the shop, and get your cup mug, period. And thank you. And oh my God. Another traitor has joined the turret.
I'm the secret traitor. Plot twist. It's not someone that we both agree is probably the secret traitor, and we'll find out in a couple of days. But hello, hi. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay. I really, the reason I didn't pop in for episode 1, Lana, is because I was trying to find my best Claudia Winkleman fringe, and I just could not find it. And so I was so distraught that I couldn't show up for episode 1. But I needed to pop in for these 2 episodes because this season is already off to a bang. I'm loving the Traitors UK, but what else is new? This franchise is always serving some of the best TV. And I'm so excited to be here talking about Traitors again because I love the Traitors. I'm gonna get that on camera again. I love the Traitors. Not like I'm, pandering or anything. I love the Traitors. I love the Traitors. No. I'm very excited. And these 2 episodes were quite delightful for me. Because we had some highs and lows, and then a lot of highs as we moved into the 3rd episode.
Absolutely. And we're going to talk all about everything Traitors UK episodes 2 and 3. But before we do, you need to do me a solid, a quick favor. If you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? We really need you to do that. 2026 has started, and guess what? Back to the same script. We are on a mission to get 1,000 new subscribers by the end of the year. So the year has just started, and we're going to continue to ask for that. So if you have not subscribed and you're a fan of the Traitors or anything competitive competitive reality television, please subscribe to this channel. We really would appreciate you. We talk all things Traitors. We are knee deep in Traitors. We just wrapped up Canada. We're in UK. We're about to start US. We are
so much.
We are waist deep in Traitors. And so if Traitors is your zhuzh, we are talking about it. So follow us on this channel. We're also wrapping up Project Runway Canada, which is almost at their finale. We got Survivor of 50 coming soon. We have Fear Factor coming. We
Love
have
Island All Stars. The cast doesn't look that great, so maybe
the cast dropped. And I was like,
if you saw our coverage of the most recent series of Civilian, I'm not thrilled at who they picked, but hey, maybe, probably not.
I'm not moved to do so yet. So I don't know. We'll see. But we got a lot of reality television going on, so we are going to be covering it. So if this is what you are into, please follow us on this channel. And if you're a fan of drag or drag race, we have a channel for you at the Cup Pod that is going on, that is happening. We got a lot of drag going on. Season 18 has started. We are in that. Season 7 of Canada is coming to an end. So what 6? See, 6. Did I say 7? 6. I meant 6. Season 6 of Canada is happening. I'm just ready to get to 7 already. I'm excited. I don't know. But season 6 is coming to an end. So we're finishing up that. Go check out all the things we got going on over there. And UK versus the world is starting soon too. So we will be all into all of our drag bag on that channel at the Cup Pod. So please follow us over there. Follow us on our audio podcast list because we want to be wherever you are. So all the links to our audio podcast links will be in the description below as well. Join our Patreon. Got a lot of fun things going on in our Patreon, and you can follow us on all of our socials at the Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky. We would love to hear from you. We like interacting with you guys over there. So please interact with us. So period. And thank you. Now, let's get into these 2 episodes of the Traitors UK because, baby, this is always, always so fun for me. This is what we got. This is our cast. When I tell you this group of people, in just these 3 episodes, have brought me joy, anger, frustration,
That part.
and light all in 3 episodes.
Uh-huh.
Just like,
I will say, I'm skipping ahead ever so slightly, but midway through episode 3, I genuinely was like, who the fuck is Adam and why does he have a shield? Genuinely, I was like, who is this man?
I
Like,
it's,
I am so
it's
sorry to this man. I could not pick up this man if you paid me.
it's just been interesting. It's brought me so many emotions in just 3 episodes that I'm
Yeah.
just like, wow,
I'm
wow.
I agree with you completely though. I think this cast is really serving in the way that Traitors UK does. I remember we thought the exact same thing at the start of series 3 of Traitors UK, throughout series 3 of Traitors UK. I'm quite enjoying it. I'm really
I
quite enjoying it.
Absolutely. So where we left off, we knew who was up for murder, which
Mhm.
was Nettie. Uh, I still am mad that they said Nas on this screen when his name is Maz. Like, why do they have Nas on here on his name? His name is Maz, but whatever. But it was Nettie, it was Maz, and it was Jack. No, James. James.
James.
James was the 3 people who were up for murder. So we knew out of one of those 3, one of them will not be making it to breakfast the next morning. But of course, we had to wait. So breakfast comes around, and everybody's filing into breakfast the
Mhm.
next day. And everybody's like, who's left? Who's left? I don't know about you, Logan, but I
Mhm.
personally was like, I kind of know what they're going to do. And it
Oh, I knew
makes
exactly what they were going to
I was
do.
like, and it makes sense to do it, but I don't like that they doing it.
I'm so sorry to this woman. She shot herself in the foot.
Yeah.
I I really, 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 really liked Nettie. I'll just come out and say it. I really liked Nettie. I thought she was a very delightful, lovely, wonderful woman. But baby, if you know someone on a show, you don't pop out of the car being like, oh my God, it's so good to see you for the first time in 10 years. Babe,
15 years. 15
I don't
years.
care how long it's been.
15 years. You have not seen this
You
person.
go, oh my
Why?
God, hi, my name is Nettie. So nice to meet you. And then you corner him in a room later and go, oh my God. Because what you did is you got yourself murdered first and you put the world's biggest target on his back.
Poor Ross.
Poor Ross. Ross didn't ask for
He
this.
didn't ask for any of this.
I feel bad for Ross. I feel so bad because I really like Ross. Ross is one of my favorite people on this cast. I really like Ross. Also because he's really nice to look at. I'm gonna be real honest. Um, that is a beautiful man. That is a beautiful man. But beyond that, I think he's really sweet. I think he's got really good game skills. And he's having to constantly fight
Yeah.
over this barrier. And we'll talk about it again when we get to the start of episode 3, but he's having to fight over this barrier of, and the traitors are right for doing this, of constantly getting framed for all of these murders now, which again, the traitors are smart for setting him up like this because it's deflecting away from them. But ultimately, it's like, Nettie, girl,
You didn't help yourself. You
did you
didn't
know
help
what the
yourself.
show was when you signed up for this? Because
I don't
it
think
didn't seem like
I
it.
don't think she did. I don't think she knew. I mean, even if you know the show, I don't think she understands the etiquette of or how important it is to not show your cards right away.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't know. I don't think she understood the gameplay of the traders and strategic. Like you just don't announce people who you
No.
know, and you just don't.
Like,
You
if I
just
pop up in a game with Lana at some point,
I,
I'm gonna be like, "Oh my god, hi, I'm Logan. So nice to meet you. Oh my god, where are you from? Oh
right.
my god, your hair is gorgeous. Oh my god." And then I'm gonna find the first opportunity I can, corner you in a room and be like, "Oh, holy fucking, oh my god.
How did this happen?
Ah. How the fuck
Ah,
did this happen?
right.
Producers, what the hell? Huh?" And then go from there. But I'm
Absolutely.
not announcing to the world that we do a podcast together. No.
That's crazy.
Like, no.
That's no, absolutely not. But she just didn't do it, and it got her murdered,
Yeah.
unfortunately. And like Ross didn't do himself any favors at this breakfast because like the second it happened, Ross is like, "Oh my god, if I was a traitor, I would never murder Nettie first." Like that's crazy. Which
I
I get it. I understand what he was trying to do, but I just was like, there is no way you could get around this. Like the
yeah.
target has been placed on you, and there is no way. Even saying that seems suspicious now to people. Like, why would you say that? Because he's trying to defend himself.
Yeah. I understand his reaction though. It was a genuine, just an absolute genuine reaction to what was going on in the moment. So I understand it. Like, he's just genuinely taken aback. It's the first murder, and it's the person that he was technically closest to out of everybody in the castle. So if that felt like a knee jerk reaction more than anything.
And
So
if
I
I
understand it.
I
But
get
yeah,
you. If I was in the game, I would have taken that as this man is faithful because
I
there
would have
is.
as well.
I would have been like,
Absolutely.
he's faithful because this is a genuine response
Yeah.
to somebody setting him up.
Yeah. I
And when
that's
you,
exactly how I would have taken it as well.
because when you see somebody who genuinely feels like they have been set up in
Like,
this situation, they're just
yeah.
like, this is
The
no crazy. This is, I would never
what?
do that.
And
Like,
he
I
was
wouldn't,
stammering like that. Like, he
right.
was genuinely caught off guard.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't seem calculated. I can see
Nope.
how some people could take it that way.
I
That's
would
not how
never
I
have.
took it. I see how, like, we're not taking it that way. That's immediately like, if I'm a faithful, I'm tacking myself onto Ross. I know he's faithful. I've got that. Or he's a beautiful actor and he's lying to everyone. He's actually an actor. Like,
And if I feel like he's like you said, if I feel like he's lying and he could be a beautiful actor and he is a traitor, I'm still going to attach myself because the traitor needs an angel.
that part, that part, 100%. Either way, I'm working with Ross. Like,
Period.
that's what I'm doing. Like, that's the MO. That's the plan. That's what we're doing. And
Absolutely.
now, after we leave breakfast, everyone's talking and they're like, well, is it Ross? Is it
Is it?
Ross? Are we Ross?
And
Ross?
some people are like, I don't know, I don't think so. But other people are like, I think it might be because that could be the whole ultimate bluff. And the person to me who was pushing that agenda the most was Rachel. And I
Yeah.
was like, girl, you might want to pull back on that a little bit because
Hmm.
you seem to be giving off I know for sure energy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Rachel is such an interesting traitor for me. I
Hmm.
quite like her, I will
I
say.
like her exactly.
I was a little confused when
Hmm.
she was named a traitor. I gotta be honest. Steven, I
Mm.
understood. Hugo, I understood. Given the initial, the initial play. Rachel, I was a little confused.
Mm.
I'm not going to say confused. I was a little apprehensive. I'll say that. I thought there were a couple of other initial picks that I would have understood a little bit more. From Claudia, I trust her abilities. Let me say that she always does a good job at picking traitors. But I wasn't expecting Rachel as a pick. I was expecting someone like Ellie. I was expecting someone, maybe even Jade, as a traitor, just to kind of add a different energy. But I have to say, I'm quite enjoying Rachel as a traitor. I think she's got a really delightful energy. And I think she's picking and choosing the right moments to kind of add a little bit of that suspicion. You can tell she's done her homework. And I really appreciate that. And I think of the traitors we have, and I'm going to include the Secret Traitor because I think we both agree. We'll talk about it. We both agree on who we think it is.
I mean, you can say it because I've said it on this podcast already.
I mean, I think it's Fiona.
Absolutely.
I'm fairly confident it's Fiona. I have two. I think it's Fiona, or if it's not Fiona, I think it's Ellie. Those are the two people based on the edit that I think it could be, but I'm fairly confident it's Fiona, especially given as one of the confessionals in episode 3. I'll bring that up when we get to that part. But of those 4, she seems to have done the most homework. As far as like when to push, when to pull back, when to like push the narrative. I see where you're coming from when it comes to this specific Ross moment, but I think she pushed it just enough to keep Ross in people's minds without pushing all the way that she knows it. And I think she pulled back at just the right time without pushing the Ross narrative for this specific vote. And we'll talk about this roundtable because she could have voted Ross here because there was a little bit of push at the round table for Ross, actually at both round tables.
She did it though.
She did it at the second.
Both. She
Did
did both.
Vote at both?
She voted for both.
Oh wow. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see how that goes. But I agree with. But that's interesting that you said that because Rachel was one of the people who was my initial persons who I would have picked to be a traitor. And I said that in the first episode. I was like, Rachel was in my 3 who I picked. Steven and Hugo, I didn't think. Like Steven, I didn't even look at him. Hugo, I thought was too obvious. But Rachel was one of the people who I was like, I would love to see her in the turret. And so when she got picked as a traitor, I was like, period, love to see it. And she's playing how I would have hoped she played. Like she's doing what she needs to do, and so far, and I enjoy that. And the reason I said the whole Ross thing is because not just this episode, but like you said, coming up episodes in episodes 3, she was just, for me, I felt like she was like trying to push the narrative of, yeah, it might seem obvious, but wouldn't obvious be an obvious choice? Why are we looking away from the obvious? And it's like, because some things just seem too obvious. And it's just, I don't know. But I still think she's playing a really, really good traitor game right now in this episode specifically. Because we do get a lot of talking from different groups. But so far, after breakfast, it was more of like, okay, Ross was a name that was brought up. And then another name brought up was Amanda. And then another name brought up was Judy.
Yeah.
And Judy was on a lot of people's lips, specifically from Sam, who just was like, Judy. He could not get off Judy. He was stuck on Judy. And told Roxy that if people don't go for Judy, he will be looking at them very suspiciously. And I was like,
how funny.
Interesting, because Roxy is Judy's daughter.
I know. I love that. Gagged me.
Gagged me.
They've done those gags before.
That gagged me the most.
And I was still gagged.
I was still gagged.
Still gagged.
I didn't see, like,
I
sometimes
didn't
I
see it
see
coming.
him, like, that makes sense.
I didn't see it coming with the mom and son. What was that, last
Yo,
season or
last
season
season,
before? I
last
didn't see
season,
it
yeah,
coming then. I didn't see it coming now. I was like, what do you
baby.
mean?
What do
What do
you
you
mean?
mean?
What do you
I
mean?
love it. I
Me and
love
my
it.
mama could have never got away with that.
Nope. Nope.
'Cause I
I
look
keep
too
thinking,
much like my mama.
I'm like, there's a couple family members I think I could get away with it on
I,
there. Maybe.
I couldn't get away with it from nobody in my, like, not my sisters, not my mama. I couldn't get away with it with my daddy. I would have to go down the line to like a cousin.
I think there's a couple people I could.
I would have to go down the line to a cousin. They'd be like, "Oh, okay," but child, no, absolutely not. It's. I was gagged. I was like, "Oh," but
And the
I,
way they just casually were like, because she's my mom. And it helps even more because Judy is a child adoption specialist. I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'm
it,
mad again.
It
We'll
was,
talk more about it.
it
I'm
was,
mad again.
it was all so crazy. But
Yeah.
Sam was not. He was relentless on the
Yeah.
whole TV train, and it kind of, honestly, it kind of like soured me against Sam a little bit because he just, like, at first I was like, appreciate the gamer that
Yeah.
he is, and the strategic prowess
Yeah.
that he's showing, but it was something about the way he was just like going for Judy that it just didn't. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Um, and then him like, if you don't vote for her, I'm sussing. I'm looking at you now, weird, and
Yeah. I'm
I'm
like,
coming. Like, mm,
little do you know you're saying that to her daughter.
right, which is wild. But anyway, after breakfast and after a lot of talking, we do have a challenge to get to.
What an interesting challenge.
What an
Carry
interesting,
people in a chariot.
what an interesting challenge. Push them down these long hills because you have to go from one place all the way back to the castle, which seems like such a long way to go. Such a long way. But in the midst of that, you have to push these people on these chariots down this road and then stop at these checkpoints and go find money.
Or
$2,500
shields.
or shield coins. Because the three people who are sitting in said chariots will will have shields and they will be safe. But you have to be sitting in this chair at the end of the thing, and you have to get it all done in 45 minutes. It is a all or nothing challenge. Either you get it all done in 45 minutes or less, or and you get everything, or if you don't, nothing. No
And
money,
can
no
I
shields, nothing.
say right off the bat, I'm quite impressed that they only missed $250 of this and finished with 6 minutes to spare.
Absolutely.
Like that was if they do this on the US version that we're about to see,
Hmm.
they gonna fail it.
They ain't gonna stop looking
You
for
know they gonna
shields.
fail it.
They're not gonna stop looking for shields. They're gonna be looking for them
No,
shield
no, they gonna
coins.
fail.
They go.
I'm
That'll be
excited to see like
interesting.
Monet Exchange and I don't know Ian Terry fighting over a shield coin. Like,
It's going to be
it's gonna be a mess, and I
interesting.
can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. But no, these guys were so fabulous with this challenge. I
Hmm.
really, really loved it.
What I
Um,
hated though was the start, and when they were trying to decide who was gonna start off in these chairs, and all these big old men decided they was gonna sit in these chairs and let all the women run and push these heavy carts down this road.
and then why are we getting on Judy for being exhausted?
Right?
She's
She's
60.
60 years old.
She is a fabulous 60-year-old woman who does not look like she's 60. She looks fabulous for 60. Can we
Hmm.
add? But I'm like, why are we getting on Judy? Oh, that's traitor behavior. Man, she's 60.
And it's not good for the traitors to sabotage this mission because it's all or nothing. Everybody had to be a part. Everybody had to get their fair share. Everybody had to do their thing, or they got nothing. So what would that do for the traitors?
Respectfully, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm
Like,
so
come
sorry.
on.
I'm not sorry. Shut up. Like,
She's
what
60.
are we doing here?
Baby, I would have needed a break. Any a 20-year
You,
old need like everybody
you
need a
know who
break
else
after
wasn't
run.
doing good in this challenge? Ben. Actually, Ben did pretty good in
Ben
this
did
challenge.
really great in this challenge. She didn't
Ben
take
did
no
pretty good
break.
in this challenge. Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
no. You want to know who I'm like? How are you going to say something about her taking a break, Jade? You were sitting in the on the doggone chair.
Amanda.
Amanda, you did fine too, but like,
Well, Amanda the whole time was like, I hate sitting in this chair because I just want to go up, 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 up. James doing the same thing. Yeah, it was no, I was quite impressed with this group. This group did really, really well in the challenge. But yeah, they only missed $250 or 250
mhm,
pounds. I'm so
mhm.
sorry. They're British.
Pounds, yes,
British. So sorry. Brits. And we end with who was in the chair at the end?
well,
Faraz,
for Roz, which
Jade,
is
and Amanda.
yep, which is I'm gonna say it again. I said it before. Faraz,
Oh yes. Hello.
hello. Yeah.
When he said he was photogenic in
Photogenic in
episode
episode
3,
3,
I
I was
said
like,
yes.
yes, you are.
Oh, and
Yes, you
while we're
are.
on the thirst train, Steven. And gay Twitter found all of his thirst traps online, and I said, "Thank you, thank you, thank you very
I mean,
much."
I'm gonna throw Jack in there too, because
Oh, uh huh,
I'm gonna throw
uh
Jack in there too,
huh,
because we didn't talk about
uh
Ross.
huh.
We didn't talk
And
about for Ross.
you know what's really bad? You know what's also really bad?
What's that?
Hugo's kind of attractive too, just a
I
little
mean,
bit.
that's for you. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
gonna
is
go
for
there.
me.
That is
It is
all
for
strictly
me.
for you. That's
I
strictly for
know.
you.
I know.
I mean, I would throw Matthew in the good looking tribe.
I would
Good
too.
looking too.
Totally.
Mm-hmm,
Totally.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And some of these women,
Oh my
Gorgina.
god, can we talk about Fiona?
Can we first of all, you talk about Fiona, but I'm gonna talk about Ellie. I'm gonna talk about Roxy
Yes.
and
Jesse?
Jesse's. She's so cute.
Gorgeous. Love
She's so
Jesse, by the
cute to me.
way. Love
Yes,
Jesse.
I talked about her already, but
I
yes,
love like as well that casting is moving also um into people with visible disabilities as well. Like I really appreciate that. We're getting visible and non-visible disabilities and I like really appreciate that. As someone with a non-visible disability, like I really appreciate seeing that like across the board throughout all of the seasons of Traitors UK. Like I like it's one of the things I've always really appreciated about Traitors UK casting is like they are so good at a lot of really good representation for people with disabilities across the board. I really appreciate it. Because people need to be seen. People need to be represented in that way.
absolutely,
And I quite really enjoy Jessie. I think she's quite delightful. And
absolutely,
so funny. Like
yeah,
I'm finding her just really delightfully funny too. Um Oh, and Jade is gorgeous. Jade, Ellie, like gorgeous, lovely. This cast, top to bottom, absolutely delightful, wonderful, fantastic, wonderful cast.
absolutely. But after the challenge, like you said, they only didn't get 250 pounds. But they made it. It was 6 minutes to spare, which is great. So everybody decided. We already said how dare they get mad at Judy because hello, she's 60. Um, but we get back to the house and the conversations. Well, not even in the house. And the conversation started in the car, back to the
Mhm.
house, around, and it's just it just seemed like the tide shifted to Judy very quickly when they got back from the challenge.
Too quickly for my liking, unfortunately. And that's kind of just how the rest of this episode went, which
Yeah,
really sucked.
it was just like Judy. This is the traitors were thinking Judy was the secret traitor.
Mm.
Um, the faithful was like, Judy, just something just seems off. Like she seems very quiet. I'm like, God forbid her have a moment where she just want to be quiet. Like
Right.
she don't want
Like,
to be on 24/7. Nobody's on all the time. And she
but
was just
all these
like,
white men can be quiet and not say much.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like anybody who, like, they always just on people being quiet. I'm like, people have social batteries, and
Mhm.
sometimes social batteries is just like very low in the moment, and I just
Yeah.
don't want to say anything. That doesn't mean I've changed my behavior. I'm not a monolith. Like even me,
I mean,
I
that's
have
the
ups and
whole
downs.
that's been the whole MO of this season so far is changed behavior.
Yeah.
Like, who's different from the time they were on the train to now? And like, I get it because there isn't a whole lot to go off
Yep.
of,
But come
but
on.
still, like,
But honestly, even from the, like I said, from the talks that they had to the round table, it was pretty much the Judy show. Everybody was looking at Judy, except Roxy, because she's like, that's
she
my
ain't gonna vote
mom.
out her mom,
I'm
even if
not
she
gonna
was a
do
traitor.
I'm not going to do that, because she was just like, we need to think about what people are saying, and not just following the herd mentality. And
Mhm.
unfortunately for Judy, that was what it was. Everybody was following the herd mentality, and she got the most votes, and they banished Judy.
No.
And I was very upset about that.
What do you mean the first two people eliminated are women of color?
So I was like, ugh, I don't like the way this is going. I didn't like it. But after Judy, and Judy even says on her way out, this is just who I am. I'm just me. This is who I am. I'm happy sometimes. I'm quiet sometimes. It's just me. But
Correct.
but I'm a faithful, and everybody's like, oh,
What?
oh, oh my god.
Cue banished faithful reaction. What? And
No.
Roxy lays into these bitches, and I said, "Yes, ma'am, you better.
She,
Yes, ma'am, you better."
She was like, that's what I'm talking about. See, y'all always fall into her mentality. Y'all need to think for yourselves.
Y'all
Think of
always fall into herd mentality on the first round table.
the
But
first one.
y'all always fall into herd mentality on the first round table.
Uh,
Y'all need to think for yourselves on the first round table. I'm like, yeah,
I
you get
said,
him, Roxy. You
get
get
him.
him again,
Get him
Roxy.
again. Even though on
It's
every episode of Traitors first round table, people fall into the herd mentality, because that's what you do on the first round table, because you
she
don't
did
really know.
everything but say, "Why'd you vote out my mom?"
Right. Literally. I know.
Literally.
Oh my god, she wanted to say
She did
that so bad.
everything she could to chastise this group without saying, "Why'd you vote out my mom?"
You vote out my mama. Like, why you do that? Like, it was so funny. I was like, I get your frustrations, Roxy. I understand your frustrations. Is it herd mentality? Absolutely. Do we expect herd mentality on the first round table? Absolutely. Because nobody knows. It's a anybody but me mentality. Everybody is trying to
Yeah.
grasp the straws. We don't know these people well enough to
Everyone's
be
playing
a
the Sandra Diaz Twine game, anybody but me. Like, that's really
period.
what it is. Yeah.
Literally what it is. And so it's kind of just like, but she was like, I knew, I told y'all, I just don't sit right there. But I was like, but how do you know we didn't think about this on our own? Because y'all didn't. Y'all know y'all didn't. Y'all heard her name and you stuck to it because it wasn't yours. Like, but now Judy's gone, and everybody's just like, "Oh my god!" Ugh, even the traitors are betrayed and gooped and gagged, because they thought 100% she was a secret traitor, and she was not. So they're just like, "Oh my god, what do we do now?" Now the secret traitor is back on the loose to come up with another three names for the hit list, because that's what the secret traitor does. But we get conversations, and Ben is in a room with Jesse Stephen, James, Fiona, and I
It's okay. I have the group. It's Fiona, Steven, James, Ellie, and Jesse.
Ellie was the only person I'm missing. Yes, but yeah, so they're all in a room in the library, and Ben is like, "Oh, I should have went with my first mind. I should have went with my gut instead of listening to everybody." Herd mentality. I should have went with my first mind because I was thinking Ross, and I think it's Ross. And if a Traitors in here, y'all go run back to the tour. And if I'm not here, Ross. And I'm like, or if I'm not here, there's a traitor amongst us, and they didn't went back to that tour and told somebody.
Or maybe there's two
Two
traitors
traitors amongst
in that
us.
room.
In my opinion, there's two traitors in there.
Oh,
In my opinion, there's
100%.
two traitors in that room.
Because either of my secret traitor theory uh
We're
was
both in
in
that
that
room.
room.
My
So
only secret traitor theory is in that room.
I mean, I'm like 95% sure it's Fiona. So
I'm like
but
99.7.
fair. Because then we go to the Traitors Turret and we get the Secret Traitor shortlist. And who's on the Secret Traitor shortlist? But Ben and
And
Reese
Maz.
and Maz. And I'm like,
And
what do
what
you
you
have
got
against
against Maz? I was
Maz?
like, secret traitor. Fiona girl, what you mad at Maz for?
Fiona
Like,
girl, what are we doing?
what you mad at Maz for, girl? Because
What did
why
she
are
do
you
to
pushing?
you?
What did Maz say or do to you that you are like, let's put him out of
Literally.
here? Like every single
Literally.
chance you could put Maz on the list, you putting him on the list. I'm like, my God, what did that man do to you? But it was Maz, it was Ben, and it was
Reese.
Adam Reese, which
Who's
is
also pretty cute, by the way.
Reese is cute, but Reese, this is the first time I heard Reese's name or thought about Reese the entire time in this season thus far. So I was like, oh, another
I
name of
remembered
person.
Reese because he's the other homosexual. So we're rooting for the homosexuals.
See, I didn't even think about none of that. I just didn't know his name. And I was
Mm.
like, who's Reese? And I was like, oh, that's Reese.
Because
Okay.
he's the one that works at the sweets shop. That's the only reason I remember him.
Yeah,
But
no.
regardless, we
We'll
go into
get
the
more
next.
Reese in this next episode because
Yeah,
we'll talk more about Reese. But
we
yeah,
will.
so they have to now decide between these three. And they have already figured out like this has got to be a woman. Because why would they put three men on this list? And I
And
was like,
they literally are like the two predictions I had. They're like it's either Ellie or Fiona, and I'm like, I feel so vindicated. I'm like,
mm-hmm,
period, period.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But they go and they pick their person, and that person's gonna die.
And no, and I am not surprised in the slightest. I'm quite delighted by this choice.
I mean, it makes sense because, like we said,
Mm-hmm.
two of the traitors are in that room.
Uh-huh.
But for some reason, neither of them thought not to put that man on that list because it was not like they told
Right.
everybody. Um, but we do see breakfast come and people start filing in and Ben doesn't show up.
Bye. Bye.
I'm not like overly excited about it. I was very indifferent towards Ben. Had no feelings whatsoever about Ben, so I'm kind of like, no skin off my nose if he goes.
I was noticing I'm not gonna claim anything because I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. We only got 2 episodes and a little sliver of this
Mm-hmm.
man. I was detecting hypothetically, potentially, some things with this white man. I'll say that. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to see him gone.
I mean, look. I'll say this on a very personal note. Old white men always give me the heebie-jeebies for reasons that I'm like.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of
He's
like
an old white British man. I'm fine.
I'm
I'm
and
good.
it's just like I understand. I'm just me personally. I just always have some, and I've said it before and to people, and I'll say it on this podcast. For me, older white men are always something. I'm like not
Cause
all.
why
I don't trust them right away.
cause why was he going after Judy? Why did he not trust Nettie? Why is he hesitant to trust Ross? Why wasn't he immediately, liking Jade? What do those people have in common? I'll let you come to that conclusion on your own, audience. But beyond that, I'm fine to see him go.
I was fine to see him go. But the second he was gone in the breakfast, folks was like, wait,
Wait, wait,
wait,
wait, wait, wait, wait, wait, wait, wait.
wait. Ben said that
Mhm.
if he was to go, it got to be Ross. And Ross was like, wait, what? Why me? I didn't even talk to that man. Why me? And I think in that moment of genuine, like, wait, hold on. Okay, see, the traitors knew exactly what they were doing when they are trying to frame me once again with
Again.
this bin vote or this bin banishment or murder because being said it was me if I die, and now the traitors know this. And so Ross is like, I don't. And so now he goes off and he's talking to Jesse, and he's like, I hardly ever spoke to him. I don't even know why it would be me to go. Like, I didn't even know Ben had issues with me. So now Jesse is like, huh, wait, it's only a few of us in that room when he said.
Hmm.
So now they starting to put the pieces together. And so Jesse's trying to remember who was all in the room. Ross is like, because this doesn't make any sense because
Hmm.
I didn't know Ben didn't trust me. I didn't know, any of this. And other people who weren't in the room was like, did not know that Ben felt this way. But before we can piece all the pieces together, of course, it's time for a challenge. And
Challenge.
I love this challenge, Joe.
This might have been my favorite challenge across any Trader season. I've talked about it sporadically, but I am an art history student and I love art. So
Hmm.
this is my challenge. I would have been itching to be the one going into the gallery to like figure out the things, and
Hmm.
this I love anything art related. So this was quite delightful for me to see both sides of the challenge. I loved this one.
I loved it. So the challenge was they broke it off into two teams, one team of 12, the other team of seven. The people who were the team of seven were the only ones who get the chance to uh, find the shield or get a shield. So only that group was going to get a shield. They were the team who was going to be at the castle looking for the portraits that were described to them in the picture that was given to them, which I just loved. And
Mhm.
so they were the ones who were going to be able to, get a shield if that was the case. Um, the seven, I want to say I know the seven, but the seven was um Fiona,
Mhm.
Maz, um, Reese,
Adam,
Adam,
Roxy,
Roxy. Uh,
Rachel.
yeah, Rachel was in that because she really wanted it, and one more. I want to say it was.
I've got the group up. I can't tell who else
I
is
think it
there.
was Jack.
I think it
It was
was.
Jack. Yeah, I think it was Jack. So those were the seven. Everybody else was was doing the reenactments and taking the pictures, which I thought was so cute. So they got a little sliver. They had to go into the house and figure out what they had to reenact. And they gave them a little description of what they had to do. And once they reenacted, took the picture, then it was sent to the other group, and then they had to figure out which one they were reenacting and find the right uh picture, and then Claudia will let them know if they got it right or wrong. And this was also going to be a very public shield. Whoever
Mhm.
got it was going to be announced to have the shield, so it wasn't like you can get it and hide it like you just had it. But um, I thought this challenge was fun, and I think they did really well. I think they only missed one,
They did, yeah.
and so I thought
And it
this
was
was
literally between two paintings. Like
yeah.
they did a really, really good job at portraying the paintings and like interpreting it to the seven.
Yeah, MVP to Maz, because Maz was like on it.
Maz was killing it.
He
Like,
was killing it. Like he saw a picture, he saw what they were reenacting, like, this is it. Bam. I was like, eat it up,
I really
Maz.
wish he had gotten the shield. I'm gonna be real
Me
honest.
too. Me
But
too.
Adam really needed that shield, apparently.
Well, I mean, Adam ended up getting it, but Reese needed it more apparently because Reese, after every picture found, he was like, "Anybody see the shield?
Shield?
Anybody see the
Shield,
shield?
anybody?
Anybody
Shield?
got shield? Shield?
Shield?
Did you see the shield? No, no. Okay, okay. Shield. By the way,
Shield?
did you? No, no. Okay.
Shield.
Oh no, no, not yet. No, no. Okay.
Shield?
No, no. Anyway,
Shield?
shield. No,
Oh.
shield. No. I mean, this man
Shield?
was on it. No,
Yes. Shield?
no, no.
Oh.
Yes, Adam found the shield. God dang
Oh.
it, Reese. Mind your business. Like, leave it alone.
Literally.
Stop it. Like, Reese was asking after everything. I was like, I was personally happy
Same.
somebody found it. I was like, thank God. Please, like, stop
Literally.
asking about it. But they got it all down really quickly. Like they didn't use all their time either on this one. It
Hmm.
was it was fun. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed seeing them reenact everything. It was fun to see. They had fun doing it, and I like those challenges where the cast is like, this was light, this was fun, it made us laugh, it made us like enjoy doing challenges. It was
Right.
fun, but that was nice. And so they ended up, like I said, they only missed one, so they ended up with a total of $23,000 in their pot. It was plus, but 23,000 plus dollars in their pot at the end of this mission, which I'm like, that's pretty good for three
Yeah.
challenges.
Yeah,
To
not bad
get
at all.
to be $23,000 is pretty decent
This is a
for
very successful challenge group as well. Like they're
yes.
doing really, really well with their challenges.
Mm-hmm.
Which is very, very good. And very good with their strategy because we go back to the castle and it becomes Hugo versus Amanda by way of Harriet.
Harriet.
And I was like, okay, Miss Harriet, welcome to the Traitors UK. I'm happy to see you. Like, yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Battle of the Barristers.
I was like, we didn't know a lot. We saw Harriet at the beginning, and then she
Hmm.
kind of faded into the group
We've gotten like a confessional from
every
her
now and again.
sporadically, but
But
this was
this
really her
episode,
moment.
this was her moment because she was telling, was it Fiona or I forgot who she was talking
Fiona
to.
went to Amanda for advice about things. That's
Yeah.
what that situation was.
Oh no, it was Rachel. It was Rachel.
Yes.
Harriet was talking to Rachel, and Rachel was doing her best to try to persuade Harriet not to go after Hugo because traitor and all. But
Which was interesting to me
mm-hmm,
because like because Rachel from the very start was like, I don't necessarily trust Hugo.
right,
I think he could double cross me at some point. And I know that there's obviously the inter-trader, like, well, we're gonna have to turn on each other eventually, which not necessarily the case, but sure, whatever. So I honestly thought that there was a scenario where maybe Rachel would have taken this opportunity to jump on the bandwagon. If Harriet's saying something here,
Mm-hmm.
I thought Rachel would take the opportunity. I didn't think it would be, ultimately, we'll talk about it, Stephen,
Right.
that would jump on the bandwagon here to take Hugo out. I thought it would have been Rachel first. I thought it was pretty
Agree.
surprising that she was kind of advocating against Harriet taking the shot here. And then it's this big group in the kitchen where Fiona is talking about Amanda bringing up Hugo's name. So Hugo has decided that he's going to go after Amanda here at this round table because
Mm-hmm.
there's some inconsistencies in Amanda's story and what she's telling some people and telling other people. And so that's kind of the angle that Hugo's decided to take for this round table. Now, I don't know why he decided to take an angle, because he should have just shut his mouth.
I mean, he should have shut his mouth at breakfast, because let's not skip
Correct.
over to breakfast
Oh my
where,
God.
because after Ben is gone at breakfast, they were about to move on to what did Ben say. And Hugo was like, wait, hold on. Let's stop and let's not skip over the fact that Ben is gone too quickly. Let's, show him some reverence, I guess, like the man is dead. He just went home.
Mhm.
Um, and he was like, we need to take a moment to just acknowledge that Ben is gone and da da. And everybody's like, we aren't just skipping over, we just still playing the game. And it kind of was a moment that everybody was kind of like, where did that come from?
The fuck? Yeah.
Right. Like, where did that come from? Like, why would you do that right now over Ben of all people?
Yeah.
Like, what kind of relationship did y'all have that you felt the need to stop the conversation about game to acknowledge that Ben is no longer here? And it was just like, oh. And in that moment, and see, and that's, I agree with you. That's why I was shocked about Rachel not taking Harriet up on what she was saying,
Right.
instead of discouraging her. I thought she would be encouraging her, like, yeah,
Right.
because. But I honestly think it was more because Rachel, as much as she didn't trust Hugo as much,
Mhm.
and that he wouldn't turn on her, I think she was like, I think it's too early to go against another traitor.
I do think that because we haven't seen traitor on traitor violence this early, I think, in any season of UK. It
And
typically
universal
happens
UK.
like in the next cycle of episodes.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why it was a little bit surprising when we get to the round table, when we get the voting, that we see Stephen take the shot, and rightfully so, take the shot against Hugo. Because as we see at the round table here, Hugo's not doing himself any favors.
Because Harriet destroyed him.
I
She
loved every
she
moment of it. It was so
destroyed.
delightful.
Like, she came prepared because she been thinking about that all day. Like,
Hmm.
she been thinking about that ever since breakfast, and she was like, something ain't right, and
Yeah.
for some reason I can't shake it. So her former barrister brain kicked into action, which
Hmm.
lets me know, look, y'all, if it never goes away. It don't matter if you retire, it don't matter if you haven't practiced in years. If you were a lawyer and arguing is what you did, you still
Hmm.
got it. You still
Yeah.
got it. You still got it. And she's into crime writing. Like, come on. She knows the angles. But she came in there
Yeah.
so prepared and ready for whatever counter he may have. And she was just like, well, this is what I think. She might as well be like exhibit A, exhibit B, exhibit C. Like, she might as well have just said
Honestly,
that,
yeah.
because she came so prepared, and I was living.
I lived for every single moment of it.
And even when they tried to redirect, because like they started with Harriet. Harriet started off, and she was going in for Hugo, and then Hugo decided he was going to jump in and go towards Amanda, and Amanda was like trying to defend herself, But then Jade wanted to say, because she wanted to say why she thought Amanda was a little sus, because Jade is like, you were coming for me for no reason, and I think it's you, and da 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 da. And Amanda's trying to speak, but Jade is, I mean, but Hugo's like, let Jade speak, let her finish, let her finish. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Funniest part, when Fiona started talking about Amanda, and
Yep.
Amanda started to say something, and Hugo was like, no, let her speak, let her speak. Only for Fiona to put more blame on Hugo and
I
not
crashed out.
Amanda.
I
Oh,
crashed out.
I laughed so hard
It was
because
delicious.
you were trying to shut up Amanda from saving herself when Fiona wasn't even coming for Amanda. She was like, I asked Amanda for advice, is what I did. And it
Hmm.
came to my conclusion, Hugo, that you might be the one that, yeah. I was like, oh, oh. And it only just piled on top of Hugo. We did have a little bit of Rachel still going for Ross. We
Hmm.
had Roxy still going for James. Um Somebody was going for Sam. It was just a lot of names being thrown out. Amanda still going for Jade. Jade still going for Amanda. It was just like, wow. Wow.
It was
But
wild. I
it
loved
was,
every single bit of it.
but baby, when the votes came in, it was it was beautiful.
I loved every bit of it.
It was beautiful to me. I,
Bye.
I was like, Hugo, you did not do yourself any favors in this episode. And for the fact that he was just so, I think he got very comfortable too quickly.
Yep.
And it was just, but it was delicious. This was, the vote was, I mean, we had, like I said, we had Hugo's name, Amanda, we had uh, uh, Sam,
Mm.
Ross, Jade, James, like
Mhm.
7 names were put out at this round table, but the majority fell on Hugo.
Work.
He's gone. And then the moment has come where Hugo gets up and he's doing his little spiel about how he's so excited. He's won because he got to play this game with such amazing people, blah blah blah. But he is a traitor. And everybody's like, yes. Except the people who didn't vote. Now, Steven, like you said, was
Mm.
one of those people who voted for Hugo. And I know Hugo was a little annoyed by that, but I'm like, the tide's returning that way. And I can't stop the tide from turning. I'm not going to stop the train if it's coming down the track. I can't do that physically. So all I can do is jump on board. And that's what he did. And like I said, I was surprised Rachel wasn't a part of that either, but she
Me
was stuck
too.
on Ross. But she was like, it's Ross.
Yep.
And I was just like, oh,
Wild.
wild. All I could think of was this tournament is going to be very interesting tonight.
And it got even more interesting by virtue of the twist that we get,
Please
where
talk on this
in,
twist.
in order to gain back control and reveal who the secret traitor Fiona is, they have to in plain sight mark 9 people for murder by putting red fingerprints on the family tree in the main hallway. And there's a bit of debate between the two of them when they ultimately get to talk. Um, Not before or after sending Reese away, which I think is going to ultimately be the thing that eliminates both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm concerned now for both of them, but
Mm-hmm.
because I think that was an idiotic move on the part of Rachel. I think that's going to be the detriment to Rachel's game ultimately. But
Mm-hmm.
um there's a little bit of concern because Steven's like, I don't know if we can do this. But Rachel ultimately makes a deal. Like, I'm never gonna write down your name. They agree to it.
Mm-hmm.
They mark people for murder because there's no murder on this evening.
Mm-mm.
And they successfully do it before the end of the night, so they get to find out who the secret traitor is. I'm kind of disappointed that the secret traitor twist is ending
Oh,
so early.
right. I did not want it to end this soon.
No, me either. I
I kind of
understand
wanted
it.
it to go. I
I
get.
understand it ending this early, but like I'm not that thrilled with it.
I think they could have let it go a couple of more episodes. Like not in this like the next batches. They should have did it. Like just have the two either bring in somebody or just go with what they know. Like why in the secret traitor twist this
Right.
early? I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I wonder if a traitor didn't go home, would they end it this early? Because they
You
want three
know,
people
I
in the
think
traitors.
potentially. I think they just wanted another traitor and this was the easiest way to do it. Instead of recruitment, which I understand that. I'm curious if we're going to see the secret traitor twist apply to Traitors US here, and if so, what the application of that is going to be, whether we're going to see
Hmm.
that same translation happen.
Right.
I'm quite curious about that.
I'm interested to see.
Now, this is the point in the program where, Lana, I would ask you, oh my God, who do you think the secret traitor is? But we've already agreed we think it's Fiona. So,
Yeah.
whatever, that's fine. And that's all. We're left on a cliffhanger.
We are left on a cliffhanger. We don't know. I do think this was such a bad move for them to do it. I wouldn't have done it because, like you said, Reese was there with them, just the two of them, to look at this family tree, and I would have just been like,
Now, now here's what I'm going to counter with real quick. Do we think the family tree is going to get swapped out? And do we think this is no shade to Reese? Do we think Reese is going to catch on fast enough in order to clock the whole situation? I'm not 100% sure.
I don't even know if even if he clocks on, I don't think Reese has the social pull to get people to believe him.
I don't know either. I also think if they were smart, I didn't see it. I think they're smart enough to put Reese up for murder.
Mm,
And I think Reese is probably going to get murdered.
which would be the
That's absolutely what I would do.
what I would do if he saw me.
He's the only person that saw it. So in my mind, I'm putting Reese up for murder 100% without a shadow of a doubt. Like
Mm,
that is the obvious move. I'm
absolutely.
taking out like even if I love Reese dearly with every fiber of my being, I'm getting rid of the evidence.
You
I
gotta
don't
go.
care.
You gotta go.
He might be my number one ally. I'm getting rid of the
You gotta
evidence.
go. I'm
Like, I don't
sorry.
care.
It
Sorry.
is what it is. Sorry. You just gotta go at that point.
Yeah.
But there we have it. That's where we get left off. We'll find out what is going to happen in this next group, which will be Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So we will be back, of
On
course,
Friday.
on Friday. Well, we will be back on Friday, but our recordings will be going out every Saturday and every Monday. So definitely check that out. Every time we do a recording, it will be out on that next day. So we'll be recording on Monday. I mean on Friday, but you'll see it on Saturday. But yeah. That is how we got it. Thank you all so much for joining us. We truly, truly appreciate you being here. Logan, welcome to the tour. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. I am excited to no longer be a secret traitor. I'm very excited to be
Period.
here. I'm excited to talk about the rest of the season because I think it's going to be a really phenomenal season of Traitors.
Absolutely. And I hope
And
you
I
join
will
us.
see if I can find my Claudia Winkleman fringe. We'll see. By the end of
We'll
the
see.
season, maybe I will have some.
We'll see. But thank you all for joining us. Please follow us on this channel and all of our other channels. All the links will be in the description below, as well as our audio podcast links, our Patreon links, all of our socials at The Cup Pod on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, and where you can get your mug at lanagcreations.etsy.com. You scan that QR code, it's still there. And yeah, we appreciate you so much. And we're gonna get out of here. We got more things to do. You can go watch our next video. Just hit the one. It's right down at the bottom at
Yep.
the end screen. So just hit it and watch. And we'll see you all next time. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Woo.